Hey everyone, welcome back to the koi pond. We did actually have a little problem recently when it started to pour down with rain. The electricity in the garden switched off. Not sure why. Well, I do know why now, but it was probably about 12:30 at night. So I was out here in the rain trying to rewire stuff and work out what was going wrong. In the end I ended up just wiring some plugs to the pump and the air stone, or the air dome that's now in the pond. And then the next morning I came out, I spent quite a few hours just trying to figure out what was going wrong. So one by one I was wiring different things in, up and down the garden, turning the outside power on and turning it off. And I came down to, I think, one of the air pumps that was running, because I've tried plugging it in the summer house, and that completely trips everything out, including all the power in the garage, which is not great for the washing machines. But yeah, so I think the pond's a little bit murky. We'll try to kind of get the filter to kickstart a little bit by putting the pump on full power, so you can hear it a little bit louder today. The pond's a little bit more murky, I'd say. I think that's because there's quite a few fines that are coming through, so I'll turn the pump down. And then we'll go give you a quick walk around to show you what I've done with the wiring. It's nothing too fancy or difficult, but I think, you know, it'd be a lot easier now if there's any faults or anything like that. So we'll go head on around there.
So as you can see, the pond's still a little bit murky. As I said, I think it's because that's now on full blast over there now. But everyone seems to be doing okay. Gordon Brown, the big achiever, has always had a swim problem, so it's up and down, up and down. You can see there's quite a lot of foam on. I'm guessing with a lot of the bigger fish probably being females, then they've had a bit of fun in the pond, hence why there's tons of foam everywhere. So if we come up here, as you can see there, shooting out now. I have got probably a little bit of a cold. Don't worry, it's not COVID. I had my first jab yesterday, so first step to a long process, but hopefully we can all get travelling soon. But anyways, so if we come in here, so originally it was down here. That's down where the Switchbox used to be, down here. But obviously trying to get in and all this was a ton of work. So now the Switchbox is up here. These labels are all wrong because I had to rewire everything. So I think that's the UV, that is still the Nexus pump, and this is the O2 here. As you can see, it sort of looks a little bit cleaner down here. I've just used some of these little staple things here in order for it to go all the way around. So it's a lot easier, so I know where all my electrics are coming in from, down here into the Switchbox, two that go down underneath here to them set wires. That's just extra wiring, so just in case I needed to move this around at any point. Let's have a look in here. Still a little bit of a static area over the back there, but hopefully we can get that moving with some air stones. This is all bubbling away nicely here. As you see, it's coming in at quite a flow down there. But after watching Decoy, he did a really good video on how to clean out the Nexus and how he goes about everything. And we're actually running the same Nexus. I think he's also running a Nexus 200 as well. Still need to get a roof on this thing. Well, it's quite nice. I can poke my head through there. I need to stand up. But yeah, no, it's not much really, but just a little thing happened down here with the Switchbox. As you can see, it's a bit better. And also I can open this window and just turn everything off. It's a lot easier being up here than being down here. Especially if I'm away for any point, then I can leave my mum so to do this pretty easily and clean up the Nexus. So she has done already whilst I was away for a few weeks. A little bit of an update. No more fish have died. I think we did get rid of it. I think it was trick that was the real problem. We've still got flukes, but I'm thinking about getting that new fluke Solve Pro, I think it's called. That's the newest thing on the market, I think. So we'll have a go at that, see what it's like. But we did have trick, so that was trick with a PP treatment. So I think that's got rid of the trick. I've done a few scrapes and I haven't seen any trichodemia on there, but did find some Costia on Gordon Brown. So we then treated with FNG premix. So everyone seems to be doing okay. But yeah, it's just one problem after the other. But no, everyone seems to be doing okay, and I think with those fish passing on, I think that did kind of help in terms of bring down the stocking rates, although not the best way or the nicest way that it happened, but did have a bit of a positive to it as well. But if we go out here, oh, lovely angle of me. So we'll then go to the grow on just so I can show you anything that's changed in there as well. Coming to the grow on. Well, I say grow on. We do have a light somewhere down there, I think. Where is it? So bear with me, guys. Let's just plug this in for now so you can see. So I've got my pump going in there. It's just in a cage down there at the bottom. Obviously I've got a gate valve here for when I do the cleaning out. This waste pipe here, I then just attach, say, a 4-inch pipe, which is a bit overkill, but that just then slides out and waters the garden outside. As you can see, it's all very clean in here. I did have some goldfish in here just to kind of get stuff started for the filter, but all the power was killed in here. That Switchbox is plugged in there. I thought at first it may be something to do with a power breaker. Then we've got this extension cord that just goes down there. I'll just unplug that, but you can see down there that pump in the cage. Little easy pod running. I've just left it running. Mess everywhere. But I just think that might be quite good if I end up getting any new additions. But yeah, I think that's quite a good little hospital tank. What I might do is I might fish out the Makashi Ogun, which I bought in Kenny Coy's Grow and Show last year. It didn't grow very much and I actually got last prize, but Mike kindly sent me out some growth food. So we'll get out and have a look. It is a nice looking fish, so give me 2 secs and we'll be back in a bit. So this is the Makashi that I had from the Grow and Show from Kenny Coy. As you can see, it is a really nice looking fish, great scalation, and although it hasn't grown a whole lot, I think there is a lot of potential with this koi. Really nice, as I say, the scalation, and for a kind of grey, bronzy looking fish, I think it looks really, really nice. I think when I bought this fish it was 30 centimetres, so it probably hasn't actually grown a whole lot, but it's kind of gone sideways as opposed to length. Possibly hoping for a female, but we will see. What I'll do is I'll try and give her a bit quick measure, see if we can find out. Let's have a look. So we're probably on about 35. I'd say 35 maybe, but I'll try and put the camera a little bit closer so you can see the scalation I'm talking about. As you can see there, what I'll try and do is just, as you can see there, beautiful looking fish, and one that's hopefully got a lot of potential, but we will see. So I've got helicopters all going over, but yeah, one of the nicer fish that I've got in there, and thank you to Mike for sending me the kind of consolation prize for least grown fish. That would be me, but as you can see, I think that is a really nice looking koi that we got there. I might pull out a few other ones just for you to have a look at, but I thought it'd be nice to have a little look at some fish as opposed to just me rambling on. So that's the Makashi Ogun from the Silver Fox Bloodline. That is one of my nicest, well, one I think it's got most potential in. I think other people's Makashis are now probably about 60 cm and wouldn't fit in this bowl, but I quite like mine, so I'll go ahead and grab some more out maybe. This here is a little Kajaku that I got from exclusively Koi way back when I first started building the bowl, before the pond was even built really. Beautiful, beautiful fish. What I'll try and do is I'll try and put the breeder of it down in the description. I'm not quite sure, but as I say, a lot of my fish seem to go outwards as opposed to long ways in terms of growth. And again, really nice looking fish, well in my opinion anyway. I really enjoy it. So let me just see if that polarizer, there we go. And I'll take this down a bit so you can see. Likes to hug that edge there. But you can see really nice scalation on there as well. I'm not too sure on what the correct Japanese terminology is for that, but really nice looking fish. And as some of you may have been reading Koi magazine, of Koi Talk, I'm not sure, I can't remember what it's called now, but Kevin Bolton, who's the director of Exclusively Koi, had written a piece on there in terms of buying fish. Highly recommend buying fish from Exclusively Koi. Kevin, really great guy, a lot of information there and a stunning site that he's got. So I'll see if I can take some photos of this guy. So just as a quick kind of round off, oh I'm getting a wet bump here. So I want to ask people about water testing and what kits they use. Now I usually use the NT Labs one, but I just wanted to find out if there was any other tests which may be a little bit more accurate. Now, you know, I've used NT Labs for a while and they seem to be alright, but I never quite am too sure. The colour chart's a bit, you know, difficult to read, and I've read some articles saying that the timings as well, if you don't stick to the timings then the readings can be a little bit off. So I wanted to ask whether anyone's used the, I think it's the Colombo Pro water test kit. Now I'm looking at that because that's one that I've seen around, one from the Exclusively Koi sale side, just going with a trust, well, my trusted kind of person and company. So I just wanted to find out whether anyone's had any experience with that. I did look at Hannah Checkers, and I have looked at Hannah Checkers for a while, but they are kind of £60 a pop. It's kind of, I'm not quite there yet in terms of money wise, and 60 quid is just a lot of money really. So I thought, is there, you know, anyone had any kind of experience with the Colombo Pro test kit? It seems to be kind of a little bit more detailed and a little bit more extensive with things like phosphates. I know that they're not exactly that important, but I think of a change in tests. I think of changing tests, but I want to change something that I'll stick with for a while, because I don't want to get different readings of pond water and pH levels and nitrite and nitrate. So if anyone's got experience with water testing, or especially the Colombo Pro kit, I think it is, then please drop a comment down below. I know it's only been a short video, but I thought I'd give you a quick update. I've also found out why my pond's looking a little bit murky. I forgot to switch the UV back on after doing my FMG treatments last week, so that's why the pond is now looking a little bit murky. I thought it might be another problem, but it's because I didn't turn the UV back on, so I just turned that on now, so hopefully next video you'll see it nice and clear. But yeah, water testing, I'd really love some advice in terms of what kind of kits to go for, what to avoid, things like that. I have looked at IDIT, different things like that, you know, for kind of later down the line in terms of water testing, because now I'm quite happy with my kind of drip tests and things. Drip, not dip tests, not the dip ones. But as I say, NT Labs, they seem to be okay, but I wanted to find out whether there's anything else that's not quite at the price level of a Hannah meter, but something that comes with a wide range of things that's a bit more accurate. So any ideas would be great. As you saw from the video, you saw a couple of the fish that I've got in the pond, both of them Japanese, the Kajaku and the Makashi Ogon Silver Fox Bloodline. But yeah, that's it for today's video. Just a very, very quick one, just to kind of give you an update, just to say that I'm here, I'm still about, just nothing really is going on in the pond. Work's quite intense at the minute. Just throwing a bit of food in so you can hear them all splashing around in there. But yeah, as always, keep safe.
and I know that I keep saying because someone keeps commenting down in the comments I always say but with these videos it's just come out, do a video, there's nothing's really pre-planned, so there you go. I'm joking. But yeah, hopefully in the next video there'll be a bit more update, maybe we can get a roof on this thing behind. I've got talks with a possible labourer that is going to help me do some work free of charge in exchange for a few beers, so maybe that back area is going to get changed slightly a little bit more. But yeah, keep safe. Had my first COVID jab yesterday, so here we are on the way to slightly normal recovery, I hope. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. It's only a short one, but you got to see a few of the fish that were in the pond, a few of the little mishaps I've had along the couple of weeks, maybe since the last video. So yeah, drop a like down below. I think I'm at 760 subscribers. There will be an update on the Evo giveaway. Hasn't really been much uptake last time I checked, so I might have to plan that slightly differently in terms of giving that away, or even just selling it, because it's just sitting in the shed gathering dust. So there'll be an update on that video soon. If anyone does want to enter that giveaway, then the link for the Just Giving page is in the video previously, and I'll probably put it in the link below down here. So keep safe everyone, and it's goodbye from me and goodbye from the koi pond.